Little stroll to the lumber yard. To do a sewer pipe, we're looking at $18.86 plus tax. And you're going to have to use sealant on this anyways. Let's take another look. Through the roof. The best sealant you probably can get. Menards does have an off-brand of this that is very similar to it, and I like it. But purchase this for $6.99. Most lumber yards will work with you on the price a little bit if you buy in bulk. Let's get started. This trick is a better way of doing it, and it's cheaper. A lot cheaper. Enjoy.
Now when you're putting a pipe through steel, make sure that there's not a lot of wiggle room. You don't want it, you can have a little wiggle room, but not a whole lot. Go ahead and take some closure or some foam or something, if you have a lot of room, and pack it there because you don't want it to move a whole lot. This one here I cut really tight. Perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Same stuff. Use your through the roof or your something like through the roof. This is the generic through the roof.
Again, don't spare the horses. You want to use plenty of through the roof sealant. You want to use plenty, and I actually call it a weld. You can see I'm kind of building on what I'm like pyramiding against it, because remember, this is what's going to keep water out of your roof. I've never had one of these leak. It's more waterproof than the boot, and it's cheaper. You're gonna absolutely love this, and it looks better from the road. It looks better from the ground. Just go ahead, a little mom spit there, and make sure it seals up nice against. Make sure you have clean surfaces. That's true with everything, of course. And just work it up against the PVC and the steel, and it's going to absolutely go beautifully together. Absolutely the best way to make a watertight vents, sewer pipes on a steel roof. You just cannot get anything better. Works absolutely awesome. And like I said, this will actually, it's more of a weld than it is caulking. That is the way to do a sewer vent. Now here is just a vent, like a ceiling fan or a bathroom vent. First, you want to measure twice and cut once. Now it came out on a ridge, so you'll see that I went up the ridge. You're going to see, it'll be more clear to you in just a minute here. And I speeded the video up because I took my time with the video. You'll want to get a good side snips. Get one just like the one I'm using. My dad, he does this for a living. Siding, windows, soffit, fascia. And a good snips will make you or break you. And so many people have farmer clips, snips, and it just drives you nuts. Now I went ahead and put 4 beads of through the roof on the under piece of that vent. That is very, very important. Really, what that is alone is enough to do the whole vent. If you didn't want to do what I'm going to do, I mean, that actually would hold out water right there, minus where the ridge had to come through over the top of the vent. But you are going to see what we do. I double seal this. Now this will become apparent to you after you do a few of these. When you're homesteading, farming, home fix-it man, whatever. After you do a few of these, it'll come to you. The problem is a lot of times you don't do more than a couple of them. Maybe your house or a barn or outbuilding or something. This is the trick. I call this a weld. Make sure your sealant is good. I come back around with 2 or 3 layers of good sealant. This is the off-brand of Through the Roof. And I cover the screws, and I cover, in that case, the ridge. Use some mom spit and just go ahead and make sure that it's sealed in well. You want to do this on a clean surface now. And I push it down over the sides. So I'm sealed under the vent and I'm sealed on top of the vent. So both ways it's just a bulletproof vent. Now this stuff gets hard. This is not silicone. Please do not use silicone. Do not use caulking. It will not work. Through the roof is what you want to use. All lumber yards have it. If they don't have it, it's not a real lumber yard. Through the roof works excellent. Now this vent here landed between two ridges, and I threw this clip in here because it's so important. I wanted to show you it's just where the vent is. It's where the tin lands, and it doesn't matter where the tin lands. That's the beautiful thing about this, is that you can put it in. Measure twice, cut once. Steel is expensive. Don't be afraid to put a bunch of screws in. I don't know if you noticed what I was sitting on there, kneeling on. That is an old foam pad from a couch. And we call those either Mexi pads or we call them Ocean pads. And use one around the homestead when you're roofing or whatever. You can walk almost a 12-12 roof with just a foam pad. And it's a lot more comfortable to work off of too if you have to be on your knees for a while. Done this since I was 7 years old. I've had a contractor's license since I was 14. The old timers, I used to buy those expensive vents for the sewer vents and whatnot. I had an old timer tell me, "What are you doing?" Never done one since, never had one leak.
Oh yeah. Ready for lunch?
Yes, sir.
Looks good, don't it?